sever the link between you and like living animals, and that gets rid of all the viruses, you know. And then the only time we'll get viruses is when we go and destroy rainforests to put up condos, and you know, like a bat virus ends up getting in because
that's right.
we're actually like tearing down like parts of the world we shouldn't even be going into, right? So that's my theory. So, but it's all about that. I think it comes down to that, because even with this virus, right? Allegedly, it started in Wuhan in the marketplace, in the live animal marketplace, where they sell live animals and slaughter them for you on the spot, right?
But that's the crazy thing, though, is that they don't actually know where, like, if it was created in the lab. They still don't know.
Well, they don't, but I mean, you know, the theory is that it jumped from an animal to humans and then mutated, right? That's what viruses do. That's Ebola, same thing, came from monkeys, right? But viruses eventually evolve to a point where they're no longer killing the host so quickly because the need to survive, right? So viruses become more benign over time.
Omicron is it.
It's like Spanish flu, right? There was like, you know, if they had the science at the time, they would have figured out there was probably 4 or 5 different strains of the flu, but by the 5th strain, it wasn't as deadly, so not as many people were dying. And, you know, more people died back then just because, not because, you know, they didn't close down the economy. People died because they didn't understand what viruses or germs were, and they didn't wear masks, they didn't distance. Those are the 2 biggest things that have made a huge difference, right? Masks and distancing, right? Like, not necessarily masks everywhere, just masks where people are going to be, you know, crowded together. On the bus, right? I mean, you can catch a cold, you can catch a seasonal cold on the bus, right? Just from like being in the same enclosed metal tube for like 20 minutes with a bunch of strangers. And then working in an office, right? I would get sick. Every year I get like a cold or something because something always goes around. So you're working in a building with like recirculated air, sitting next to people who are coughing and sneezing all the time. I mean,
but that's where fentanyl comes in. Your solution, right? Like if everybody's just more healthy living.
Well, that would be
they're
stop
less
eating
susceptible.
animals. That's a good start. You know, that stuff is. It got us up the food chain and gave us, you know, like cooking our food gave us some more manpower and some more calories. But at this point, you know, we can replicate every